The thing that's gonna save people from delusion, like the delusion of ignorance, isn't gonna be like some new knowledge that people fight over if it's true or not. A liberator would come and say exactly how things obviously are, right? The speech would simultaneously evoke a remembering rather than a learning, right? Can you imagine like somebody with that sort of power of speech? They're out there. They talk and you remember. And then you go, oh, yeah, I already knew that. Like, yeah, I already knew that I was in water. Like, I already knew that because, like, that was obviously evident. Or even when somebody taught me about my body or physiology, it was obviously evidently water the whole time, and that's what everybody believed. Right? All the chemical reactions, all the life, all of that's happening in water. In a fluidic medium that you readily have access to. You can study water. You can look at its behavior. You can learn the nature of the substance that you are in. And nobody ever taught anybody anything contrary to this, right? Like, even in the most materialistic belief system possible, it's still happening in water. It's like a no duh. It's just, so it's in water. Yeah, the chemical reactions are happening in water. The air is going into the water. The perception, the life, the whatever, it's inside of water. It's interacting with water. It's dissolved in water. It's enveloped in water. And it's moving with water. And so it's nature, the nature of the space around, the life force of the body is water. Which people have called, that's awareness too. Water is awareness. And so there are some things that are on the surface or the boundary of awareness, like certain aspects of the metabolism in the body, like the DNA forms a surface against the water, I think, and it's partially dissolved in the water. The muscle, the skin, everything that forms a surface against the water, it's on the surface of awareness. Like, that's, ultimately that's what a perception is. It's the surface of your awareness. It's what your awareness is touching. And that's kind of a no duh, right? The surface of awareness would be perception, sensation, contact. Movements of the surface of awareness. So the water in the body has this fractal surface, which is identical to what's happening, right? The fractal surface of your awareness is identical to what's happening because it's the surface of what's happening. But it's, it's on the surface of the DNA. It's on the surface of the body. The body's on the surface of it. And awareness is deep, empty, and formless without a surface. And the surface is only one aspect of a sort of Trinity God nature of three things. This fractaling logos that you can see everywhere, like the fundamental categories of you have your objects, and then your other category would have to be everything that's not the object, for contrast, for context, because it has to exist, right? So you have to have the object and the environment, and then you have to have the thing separating the object from the environment. That divides 3 times. And it's structurally identical to the behavior of DNA. It gets four base pairs of thought, and it chains together. These reverse polarity things, like the DNA codes. It's hard to explain it, but the DNA codes for space and time.